Dire team ban. Complexities turn to ban. Dire team ban. Dire team pick.
Warlock.
Complexities turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Terror Blade.
Complexities turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Omni-Knight.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Slog.
Complexities turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
All right, here we are. Game 2 between SG Esports and Complexity Gaming. Complexity took game 1. They're looking to move on to the next round of this upper bracket, sending SG Esports to the lower bracket.
10 seconds.
And so we
remaining.
take a look at this draft. It's going to be Wisp, Ricky,
5 seconds
and
remaining.
Spirit Breaker, banned out by SG Esports and Complexity Gaming.
Dire team ban.
Going to ban out Enigma, Darkseer, Legion, and Batrider. 4 offlaners. Meanwhile, they haven't banned out the Sand King again, but Complexity Gaming, they've picked up the Terrorblade and they've picked up
10
the Omni
seconds
Knight.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So that'll be up against the Slark as well as the Warlock.
Reserve time.
Let's see what both teams are going to be banning and picking up next.
No.
Complexity's turn to pick.
Ban out the
10
Disruptor
seconds
and
remaining.
let's see what Complexity
5 seconds
want to
remaining.
do with this Terrorblade and Omni Knight. If this is going to be an offlane Omni Knight,
Reserve
possibly a
time.
mid Terrorblade again, or maybe even the safe lane Terrorblade that we've been seeing obviously the most of. SG Esports, Slark, Safe Lane, Warlock, your support for SG Esports. I would assume that we could see them going for the Sand King next, but Complexity, they
Dire
go with
team
the
pick.
Axe. So Axe, Omni Knight, Terrorblade, in my opinion, I would say that Axe is what, off lane, Omni Knight going to be your support, Terrorblade safe
10
lane, but they did roll the
seconds remaining.
Terrorblade mid last time around. We'll have to see where they
5
throw these
seconds
heroes
remaining.
for the time being. And then SG Esports
Reserve
again,
time.
still with that Slark, still with the Warlock. And honestly, I'm still just expecting that Tavo Sand King. Slark, Warlock. Wouldn't say TA, maybe Storm Spirit for SG Esports mid, but they go with the
Complexity's
Tree and
turn
Protector
to
for right
pick.
now. So Tree and Protector, Warlock are 2 supports for SG Esports. Let's see what Complexity Gaming do with this 4th pick.
10 seconds remaining.
And until they pick an offlaner, I'm still expecting Tavo Sand King. There's
5
nothing that's going to
seconds
really
remaining.
change my mind on that until something is
Reserve
picked
time.
for him. So Complexity, Axe, Omni Knight, Terrorblade, get that blink call in. Purification's going to be instant damage. Of course, the counter Helix should do work. And if you have the Terrorblade near you, especially with Metamorphosis, you see Complexity really be able to move around this map and find themselves
Dire team pick.
quite a bit of kills. And now they've got the Dazzle. So Dazzle's going to be there. They've got the slow, Poison Touch. Shadow Wave is going to be another heal bomb that they'll work with. And Shallow Grave is very nice,
10 seconds
especially for
remaining.
a Terrorblade. Keep him alive and then look for the better Sunder.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Lineup's pretty good for Complexity thus far. Purple and red all the way through.
Lena.
G Sports, they'll go back to that
Complexity's
Lena. So
turn to
Lena
bat.
mid, Slark safe lane, still need an off laner. Complexity, are they going to ban out the Sand King? Only one
10
more hero to
seconds
pick, and it
remaining.
is for Tavo.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve
For
time.
SG Esports, Selena mid. Sark top, obviously they need that
Dire
off
team
laner.
back.
I would assume that maybe Dazzle and Omni Knight are your two supports. Axe off lane, Parablade safe lane, or even mid. It's just hard to know, really.
10 seconds remaining.
It's hard to know for the sheer fact
5
they moved the
seconds
Terrorblade mid
remaining.
last time. They're actually banning out the Timber Saw. So they
Reserve
banned
time.
Timber. Let's see what SG Esports are going to ban out next. It is Terrorblade safe lane. They need a mid, but it could just be a mid or safe laner at this point.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Steeler banned out. Terrorblade. I think it's going to go mid. Let's see what this last pick is going to be from SG Esports again. I'm banking on the Sand King with my amazing analyst of this draft.
Remaining. Reserve time.
And Doom. All right. So I was wrong. So Doom, Lina, Tree and Protector, Slark, Warlock. Complexity with their last pick. They are going to pick a safe laner with what that Lifestealer ban dictates.
10 seconds remaining.
See what they could. I mean, they could always.
5 seconds remaining.
They could always Huskar them.
Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining.
Templar Assassin.
I'm going to go for the TA. So that'll move Terrorblade safe lane, TA mid, Axe off lane, Omni Knight, Dazzle your supports, Tavo off lane with that Doom, 40R back on the Lina. And we're going to have HFN on the Slark, King RD on the Tree and Protector, and Cat back on the Warlock. We're not back on it, but he's going to be playing Warlock. Let me know if you guys can hear those planes flying over. I live right next to an airport, which is fantastic, and I had to open the windows. It's really hot in here. But if you can hear it, I'll close them up. So thank you guys for joining me thus far on EPICENTER Season 2. This is now the American qualifiers.
5 seconds remaining.
Just waiting for the game to start. There it is. Nice little Protoss tower shown. Open up the last hits and the net worth, or last hits and then the net worth up top.
Prepare for battle.
For all you guys yelling, graph, graph, right over here. So let's see. I think maybe SG Esports are going to look to make an aggressive move on Complexity. They do have a lot of lockdown in a Pounce, Light Strike Array, but usually you don't take Light Strike Array early on Lina mid. You do have the Bash that can come out from the Tree and Protector. What was the Infernal Blade if that's taken early by Tavo? So again, it's 1-0 in favor of Complexity.
30 seconds.
SG Esports hoping to keep themselves alive in this upper bracket. And here it is. There's the smoke, and it looks as though they are going to look to make that play. Moving on over towards the bounty rune. But again, this is, you know, Tavo, you can't really go after this bounty rune over here. And it ends up ultimately being a 2-for-2 split. They actually do get the pounce, so now they'll get the leech seed. They're going to look together for themselves a kill on Moo. He might be in a little bit of trouble. HFN, one more shot would do it. But he stays alive, and the Shadow Wave will heal him back up. So just out of harm's way gets Moo. And SG Esports, they back off knowing that they've made this lane that much harder for the Terrorblade in the early goings. Take a look over bottom. Cat, Treant, as well as Slark. Just waiting for this Terrorblade to come back, and the quicker they can shut him down, and definitely a harder of a time he's going to have. When you take a look at this draft from Complexity, you know, they've got no real stun. They've got the call of Axe, but that's really about it. They've got a good amount of slows with the traps, the poison touch. That's always well and dandy, but SG Esports, they've got quite a bit of lockdown. They've got the Light Strike Array, the Pounce Leash of HFN, the Infernal Blade is a nice mini stun from Tavo, as well as the Bash that's going to come out from the Treant, the Chaotic Offering. They're all about team fight with those stuns and really locking down these heroes on Complexity. So Complexity really need to watch out what they're going to do when they start ultimately getting towards that mid and late. So Tavo, he's going to be in the safe lane up top with this Doom up against Z-Freak and Swindles. I would take a look at this Axe and what it looks like. Also too scared to see... Oh, Splitter. Never seen that before. Also too scared to miss First Blood right now. When you miss First Blood, you are automatically labeled as a caster who misses 100% of the kills. I missed a couple First Bloods today. Try not. So Battle Hunger comes out on Tavo. He might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to use that Scorch Earth to really keep himself healthy for the time being. Battle Hunger does quite a bit. Z-Freak, no purification for 6 seconds. He should probably back off. And he will do so, as now Swindles and Z-Freak, they are looking for the purification and hit down on the Tavo, but they're not going to find anything with it. So HFN is farming away for the time being, 12-1 as we take a look over mid towards this Lena 4DR, top of the last hits and denies for now. This is up against the Templar Assassin Firo, who really shouldn't have the easiest of times. Dragon Slave, Light Strike Array, going to make this lane very difficult for a Templar Assassin. The refractions can only, eat so much, but all of a sudden 4DR is going to just keep coming at you with the Dragon Slave and the LSA time and time again. Take a look. Need to get the bash out on Dazzle, not doing much. Also trying to glimpse over at chat to see if, you guys can hear the planes flying over. They are quite loud. Actually, if you can, just tweet at me. Let me know. I'll get a notification. It'll be easy to figure out, and I'll close the windows right then after. Still the Slark, the Treant, and the Warlock all here. Just waiting. There's the Poison Touch coming out onto the Stream Protector, and Shockwave MVP coming out on 3 of SG Esports. There's the Metamorphosis. Moo might be in a little bit of trouble. He starts to hit away at HFN. He's getting quite low. He's going to use that salve to back away for the time being. They start to hit away at Cat. Maybe not the move they want to make. There's the poison touch. Cat getting very low. 2 more shots till he's dead. 1 is there. Moo gets first blood. HFN, he's in a little bit of trouble now. So these Metamorphosis shots come out on him. But he is still alive. Z-Freak has made his way over.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So HFN and Cat in quite a predicament as they do end up themselves falling victim to the first blood. It was Cat who dies. And this game, at least 5 minutes in for the time being, has been quite passive. Say a little bit of a misplay from SG Esports down bottom as they did let that Metamorphosis get popped as well. It's not really doing too much damage to the Terrorblade, not really pushing him up. We continue to move forward and really have the easy ability to just continue to move in. And they are going to see that Vlad is going to come over with the bottle, fill it up. And the Shadow Wave is going to heal up Firo, and 4DR is just going to continue to push mid and keep the pressure on this Templar Assassin. We take a look over bottom. Solange is out on Moo, but they're not really doing anything. But they do pounce. He's going to be leashed up. He's going to be bashed. And now if your pitch comes out, Moo's going to be back healed to full health. But they're still continuing to go on him. The Shadow Word is there. Z-Freak's in a whole bunch of trouble. HFN thinks about going in deep, but not going to. He'll leave both Z-Freak and Moo very low health. And if they can find the bash from the Tree Protector, maybe they get the kill. But the Shadow Wave comes in, heals up both Z-Freak and Moo. And that's the Purification still ready for Z-Freak if they want to get him back to full health. So they're just going to wait on it, thinking that maybe SG Esports is going to get close up again. But Z-Freak just going to use the Purification out on himself, and that's it. Z-Freak's kind of joined the fray. There's the Poison Touch as well as the Shadow Wave out on HFN. He's going to pounce, but he's going to be leashed up to Moo. Might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Dark Pack trying to run away. Metamorphosis is used. HFN is still in a little bit of trouble. And here comes Swindle with the dunk. Tabo says, hey, I'll die too. And, you know, he tries to turn around, but there's the Poison Touch. They're looking for more. Light Strike Array doesn't hit on anybody. Z-Freak is actually going to fall. Tabo's still alive thanks to the Scorched Earth. So he kind of just runs in there, which is an interesting move. And it's now 2-1. They give up 1 each. Slark dying. Close the Omni Knight. Oh. Over mid. They get the kill. Ah. That's 2 out of 5. That is 40% of the kills missed. 4DR is going to get the kill on Vlad. I look over mid. Hey, they got a kill on the Tree Protector I just missed. And then immediately turning it around, they get the kill to Vlad. We take a look over mid. Firo might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Leech Seed trying to move in his 4DR. If he can get himself the Light Strike Array, he will. So he fall. No Laguna Blade available. So, 2 kills missed of 5. NA math, 40%. I'm trying not to. I looked away for a split second from Vlad, but as I can keep the consistency under 60%, chat's wrong. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Let's see. Swindle's had really quite the game last game as the Centaur. Now he's this Axe going for the blink. Not too far off from it already. And really, that's where the initiation comes out from Complexity, which they don't really have up to this point. But once they have the blink call, kind of go in on a couple of these heroes. Blink call, Meld Strike, Poison Touch, even the Shadow Wave onto the Axe. It really is gonna start to be some good burst damage coming out from Complexity. The Firo gonna start going after this tier 1 mid, gets those power treads. Here comes Moo with the Metamorphosis. They really want this tier 1 tower. Here too is Vlad. The TP is there from Doom. See if SG is going to go in and do anything. Here comes the Scorched Earth. Backing off is going to be Complexity for right now. Take a look over top. HFN, who's made the swap that way. Swindles just chasing him down. The Pounce will avoid the call. So HFN, all right. Cat level 5, still looking at that chaotic offering. So he's getting close to level 6. He's here down alone, so the XP should be good for him. HFN, he's a level 7, so he might cause some problems. The Axe gets the call on this camp. Thought maybe he got a call on a hero, but just a little bit of these creeps finishes off that Blink Dagger, and this is where he'll ultimately start to become a problem for SG Esports. And let's see if Complexity roll right off of this. If they want to debut this Blink Dagger in a big team fight against SG Esports. Game's kind of slowed down by SG.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
T-Freak's gonna deny that top tower. And here comes a smoke play from SG Esports. Let's see if they can make something happen over bottom as they head towards Firo, or Moo on this Terrorblade. Moo's actually just gonna back off. They go in 2 separate directions. Now over mid-tree, it might be in a little bit of trouble. They're still trying to debut this Blink, but nobody to debut it on just yet. There's the TP of Galena. Might get caught out. There's the trap. Light Circuit Ray is used. There's the Blink with the call. It's actually going to miss. And now this Dragon Slave's going to come on through. So Windows might be in a little bit of trouble. They're looking for that Chaotic offering. They hinted it twice, and now he's doomed up. Light Strike Array as well as the Pounce Chaotic offering comes through. The Repel is there, as well as the Shallow Grave. They're trying to keep this Axel alive, but he will end up falling. They're continuing to move on forward. HFN's going to try and get himself a kill on Vlad. He's trying to run away. There's the Purification. That does a lot of damage to HFN. He's going to have to back off and heal up as much as he can. Now we're going to look to take this tower. We take a look over towards the rest of SG Esports, and they'll survive the onslaught of Complexity on the way back. And SG Esports also look towards this tier 1 mid, which is at about half health. Blink call out onto this Warlock. Maybe not the best of plans. The Battle Hunger comes through from Swindles as well. Continue to just throw this Golem forward towards this tower, but they're going to give up the gold to Firo. Actually, he might have just timed out the second before he got it. Take a look over HFN, trying to get himself that Shadow Blade, and has enough right now for the Claymore. He's off just 900 gold from that Shadow Blade in full. That's really where Slark starts to become this mobile, slippy hero. It's something that Complexity need to worry about, because all they really have to lock him down is call. So SG Esports, they're up 2,200 net worth as both the Slark and 40R lead the net worth, and it's 5,300 net worth, about 600 in front, 700 in front of Firo, who's going for that Blink, and then the Desolator next. really haven't made Firo pay too much, and he's 1-0 and doing quite a good job of keeping himself alive, moving around, finding that farm, which he really needs to do. So this TA can really start to go off on SG Esports, and they're going to find themselves in a whole bunch of trouble. So Moo just continuing to farm top, and another hero whose early game is going to be very nice. With that metamorphosis, he's going to find that Dragon Lance, and that's really one of those items that puts him over the edge in terms of early game aggression. And that with the TA, maybe they find themselves a couple of kills. If they do get themselves that Blink Dagger on the TA soon, SG are going to be the ones who are going to have to watch out, as the mobility for Complexity is going to be pretty damn good and enough to really float around SG Esports. 4DR as well as Tabo looking to go in. They're going to get that Doom out. There's the Repel. So now they got to try and chase him out. The Repel only lasts for so long. Let's see if they can continue to go forward. The Overgrowth is going to be used, and the Weave's going to keep him alive for a little bit longer, but the Laguna Blade is there as well as the Dragon Slave. They get the kill, and SG Esports will find themselves a Terror Blade, which is a very nice kill for them on a core of Complexity.
Middle tower is under attack.
Shadow Blade is there in full for HFN. Let's see if SG Esports are going to be aggressive. They've got the Shadow Blade, but again, maybe not, as they don't have the Laguna Blade. They don't have Overgrowth or Doom. Maybe not their moment to make a move on to Complexity just yet. There's a ward, just because the regen of Slark, and 100 gold for 4DR. You spent your money on wards, you will not get this ward money, says the Lena.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Last game was really just a bloodbath, and at this point, 16 minutes in, it's only 4-3 between these two teams. He comes out on 3. Swindle's nearby. Yeah, he's coming in towards mid. One call would be very nice for them with the weave out on these heroes of SG Esports. They get a little bit too cocky. HFN's going to go in with that pounce. He's going to leash up Firo, continue to try and go in. There's the meld as well as Chaotic Offering getting taunted at. Swindle's is going to blink in, get the call out on 2, and there's the heal coming out on HFN. Swindle's going to try and hide himself in the tree. The Overgrowth comes through, and that hit nobody. Trap's going to continue to move on forward, and now Swindle's going to get that call, but the Chaotic Offering comes out on 3. They might be able to look for more. Z-Freak's going to get very low. He's going to be the first one to drop. Fatal Bonds is actually doing quite a bit of work on both Swindles as well as Z-Freak, and now they're going to get themselves the tower. Meanwhile, up top is Moo. He got a tower of his own. Izzo thinks we're going to pop off mid, but instead, both teams kind of go their separate ways, as 4DR is a bit low, and they don't have Overgrowth anymore. Coming over again is going to be HFN. He's going to get that pounce on Swindles. Is going to be called up. Now the pounce is going to keep him nearby. The golem is going to continue to do work. Doom's going to be out on the Dazzle. That'll stop the Shallow Grave. Perfect move by this Doom Tabo. And now it looks as though the Dazzle might be in a little bit of trouble. We're going to continue to try and roll in, but the Purification is there, and he'll keep himself alive. And Tavo, you are, as some 41 like to say, in too deep. But luckily, with no call or stuns, you can just TP out right next to tower. TPing out right next to your tier 2 tower, that's got to be a slap in the face to your draft. You have no lockdown for him. That's just... Hey. Man. Coming over towards Roche is going to be Firo. They're going to try and take this. They do have Vlad as well as Z-Freak nearby. Let's see if SG Esports want to go in. They don't have Chaotic Offering for another 10 seconds. Question is, what can you do? You know the call's available. You know Metamorphosis is there for Complexity at this point. I feel like SG Esports might have to just give up this rope. towards maybe going in, maybe showing themselves, but now Firo has the Aegis. Tabo's going to move on forward. He's going to be slowed down by that trap. They're going to continue to go in. The Shadow Blade is going to be HFN. That Strike Array is going to hit, and they're not going to go in. As SG Esports, they cut their losses, back off, and say, all right, you win the battle. That's fine. Let HFN continue to farm up. Courier going towards Super Chop. We actually take a look over mid. There's the Meld Strike coming out onto Lino. He's down to about half health, as well as the Weave coming in. But the Fatal Bond's on a lot of these heroes, so they really need to be careful. The Repel is in on Firo. I'll stop the Fatal Bonds out on him, but the rest of the team still connected.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's a smoke coming in from SG Esports. They have a 3,000 net worth lead, and they kind of want to show it. They're going to smoke and make an aggressive play on a team that has the Aegis. And this is just going to be Swindles. So Swindles doesn't have the Aegis. And 40 yards going to walk right into him. There's the call as well as the Laguna Blade. They're going to try and get themselves the kill. The Blade Mail is going to be popped, but HFN, he says he doesn't care, and he'll get himself that kill. 42 seconds on the sideline for this axe. He's going to show himself with the Overgrowth coming in. He's hit with that Meld Strike. Not dead just yet. Here comes the Chaotic offering to follow it up. And now the Weave comes out on a bunch on SG Esports, but it's still not stopping them. They've killed up the Dazzle. They're looking for more in Firo. He's going to be repelled up, but nothing has yet happened to SG Esports on the return. They look towards Moo. They look to get themselves a kill, but he's still got that Aegis, so they really need to be careful. Tabo walking into almost certain death, but has that nice Solar Crest and survives the onslaught coming in from Firo. So they lose none on SG Esports, even going deep. Kill themselves off an axe as well as getting the Dazzle. It's a win for SG Esports. They now have the lead 8-3. Take a look. It's in a book, and they're going for the Silver Edge of HFN. Tavo, he's got himself looking for a blink after the Solar Crest has the Midas available to look over mid to tier 1. They're trying to go after it. There's the Blitz. Beta Bombs coming out on 2 heroes. They've got the Solar Crest out on Firo. Firo's really needing to watch out. He's got the Desolator. Here comes the Repel. They're going to go in onto this Lina. 40 yards going to be taken out by Swindles, but now Tavo's going to try and turn it around. They've got the trap to slow down Tavo, and now they're looking for the chase. It is on, and Firo going to Meld Strike Tavo, but he's really not hitting him that hard. There's the blink call. I'm not too sure it's really going to work out for them. Now Lina's back up, so they really need to watch out. Dragon Slayer is going to be used. The trap is going to come in on Tavo. They got the LSA that's going to come out on 2. They continue to hit away at Tavo, and now there's the Guardian Angel, as that's going to keep alive Vlad. Coming around the back was HFN, but he's not going to be able to find himself anything, as the Purification is going to heal up Moo even more, and HFN is now going to have to try and run away from the side of Complexity in full. So that was really just a one-kill exchange. As HFN, he looks towards this side of Complexity again. Firo moving forward. Silver Edge just yet for this Slark, but he's looking for a victim, and that victim is going to be Vlad. Vlad is going to be popped out immediately. There's the Blade Mail pop by Swindles, so he might be in a little bit of trouble if he gets bounced again. Tabo's going to continue to come on through. Swindles, he really needs to get out and just blinks ahead of that Dragon Slave.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So 9-4, they get the Dazzle. It's another kill for HFN. It'll put him closer to that ulti orb to finish off the Silver Edge. Now let's see, as Complexity down 5 kills, they're only down 3,000 net worth. So it's not too terrible for them. We take a look over at Firo's got that Desolator and Blink, and now the Aegis, he's going to be looking to get himself in style. But HFN, he walks right into the face of Firo. Firo's going to be hit by that Solar Crest. He's going to be hit by the Infernal Blade as well. Here comes the Meld Strike out on HFN. HFN doesn't have much mana, and here comes the call. He's going to be dunked on, and now they might be in a little bit of trouble on SG Esports. Cat's going to try and run away, but another Meld Strike comes on through, and Firo's going to get the kill before the Chaotic Offerings even drop. But the Shadow Word's going to pop that Aegis, and turning it back around towards Tabo. He's going to try and chase down this axe. He's going to be hit by that Solar Crest once again, but going in real deep is Tabo. Tabo's going to get that kill with Scorched Earth. Can he get that kill with Scorched Earth? No! Z-Freak's going to be here with both the Repel as well as the Purification. Blade Mail's popped, and Tabo, he's between a rock and a hard place between Firo, Z-Freak, Swindles, and now Vlad. But Tabo's still alive for the time being. He will finally be struck down by Z-Freak's Purification, and 3 die on SG Esports. So a big turnaround for Complexity, bringing this game back. Meanwhile, top, as I try to catch my breath for a second, SG Esports get a kill on Moo and grab that net worth right on back.
Is under attack.
So 3 for 1, that ends up being. They get the Aegis on the TA. Notice 4DR. Over bottom, the call is there with the weave. They did drop the chaotic offering. I missed the kill on HFN. Try to take a look and see for just a moment. Up top on 4DR's items. That was me looking at items and not the minimap. Wish I had 4 eyes. Despite wearing glasses, that's not the actual case as much as people want to call me that name. Grab that tier 1 in complexity. They brought this game right back and now have the lead in terms of net worth. Not by much, but it is a lead, and they head over towards the tier 2. 4DR waiting in the trees. No scan just yet, and there's the battle hunger out on Tavo. That'll push him back just a bit. Swindles is actually going to run into 4DR. They see each other. There's the Light Striker right here. Comes the Metal Striker with the blink coming out from Firo. They're going to try and run him down. There's the Poison Touch as well as the blink coming in from Swindles and the call. So they're going to try and keep him alive as the Solar Crest is used on 4DR. They're not going to be able to get the call. There's the Yule to keep himself alive for a little bit longer as he just picks it up. Now Firo might be in a little bit of trouble as he's between the entire side of SG Esports. They've lost the Lina, and now they're looking for more. Butterfly is going to be able to survive with both the Shallow Grave as well as the Guardian's Angel, but he will end up falling as well as Firo. Now they try to turn this around on Swindles, but he's going to be able to blink out. Z-Freak's going to try and run away. There's the upheaval. It's going to be short. Z-Freak's going to die as it's a double kill for HFN. And now it's going to be a 3-4-1 trade in favor of SG Esports. So now SG Esports, they take the lead right back. And looking for that Scotty after finishing off that Silver Edge is going to be HFN. They look towards Roche, not up, maybe up in 46 seconds. So double damage picked up by 4DR in the bottle, so he's going to get that Fiery Soul up as much as he can. And, might actually look for something on SG Esports. If I pretend it never happened, it never happened. But Treant died.
I'll take that.
So they know there's a ward there, thanks to Swark's regen. Complexity, they're going to look to push this tier 2. SG Esports looking for their moment. The lead comes out, and HFN going to go deep. There's the call. He might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the purification. He's going to get very low. He's going to immediately be called. Tabo's going to be the next one in trouble as they come in with the Metal Strike, as well as the Desolator hits coming in from Firo, and they get yet another kill as HFN and Tabo die. Too deep was HFN once again. Now they look towards this mid-tier 3. 4DR getting very low. One more shot. Not going to be enough as the Chaotic Offering lands on a couple as well as the Fatal Bonds. But nothing really to follow this up. They're going to have to buy back into the game with HFN. Looking for the Overgrowth is going to be this Treant Protector. And he does stop the movement of Complexity for now. But really, what does that do for it? Opens up some more time. HFN still going to be looking for his moment to go in, and now it looks as though Cat's going to get very low. There's Pounce. He might be in a little bit of trouble. The Repeller's out, as well as Purification. The Guna Blade's going to come on through, but it's not going to do anything. So SG Esports, they've kind of blown their load here. So there's the blink in with the call. HFN dead again. He's dead for 74 seconds. They're going to try and bring down Firo. They're all tethered together with the Fatal Bond. So they're getting low on the side of Complexity. They're going to bring down the Lina once more. And this is going to be Guardian's Angel that keeps him alive for a little bit longer, as well as the Purification. So now Lina's forced to buy back into the game. They've lost themselves this mid set of racks. Now. And Complexity do look towards getting themselves a shrine.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh man, it's gonna time up perfectly for him. Check it. Check it. There it is. That's the check. So 13-all, but Complexity has the lead. Has a lead in the net worth at 8,000 net worth. Healing up at Shrine is going to be Complexity. And they're going to head in towards this Roche pit, look for the Aegis, and ultimately an inevitable push towards the high ground and looking for the win. They move on forward. Moo, Swindles, and Z-Freak. Smoke is going to be Moo. Just looking to make something happen with this Terrorblade. Meanwhile, starting to get the Eyes of the Forest out with the Ags picked up by Treant. Looks as though Complexity, they're going to try and take out this top tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Take out the tier 2. They continue to move forward. Terrorblade still has that metamorphosis. Really, SG Esports, they got to try and find something, and that starts with HFN trying to come in through the back. Gonna try and come in through the back door, which is putting my girlfriend a no. As Complexity, they look for this tier 3 tower top. So there it is, the blink forward from Tavo. BKB is going to be popped up. There's the overgrowth. Moo might be in a little bit of trouble, but he's got that BKB still. There's the call. It's going to come out on HFN. HFN's getting very low. The Doom's going to be out onto the Omni Knight, and he is going to survive for the time being. Furo's getting pretty low, and the Light Strike Array is going to hit. Chaotic Offering is all for naught as they get the stun. The Golem's already dead, and now continue to move forward is going to be Complexity. Towards this top tier 3, trying to heal it up as much as they can. And Moo, as Swindle's trying to make a move, he's going to be used up. He's going to be stunned by the Light Strike Array, but 40R is taking a lot of damage from Firo. He's going to have to back off. He's going to move in. He's hit by a Solar Crest. He's going to be taking a little bit more damage with that armor negativity. And they do end up losing the top tier 3. Tavo blinks forward. There's the blink forward from Swindle. He's going to get himself a nice call. Firo might be in a little bit of trouble. He's under by HFN. He's going to buy back immediately with Tavo on the Doom, and now they work towards HFN. The Metal Strike's going to hit. He's going to try and run away. There's the Dark Pack. He's going to continue to move on forward. Maybe rethinking that. Here comes Tavo again. Tavo trying to make something happen every time he blinks forward and really hits away with the Infernal Blade. HFN, he hits away but does not get that pounce out onto this Templar Assassin. And after all is said and done, only Tavo dies and the tier 3 goes down top. So, take a look at the side of Complexity. Swindles, Halberd, Blade Mail, as well as that blink. Take a look over at the Templar Assassin, Diffusal Blade, Mad Style, Desolator, Aegis still. And then the Terrorblade Moo, who's got himself the KB, Mad Style, and Dragon Blades. Farm is alright for all 3 cores of Complexity, who now lead by 10,000 worth. You know, maybe it's US East, but again, you got to think that Complexity, they have 2 players who are playing from Europe. Can't blame everything on ping. Set of racks down mid. over at 40R. 4 Bloodstone charges left, and that is a depressing sight when you're Alina. HFN forward, spots out Firo. Maybe not the move to go in on that. He runs out. He does have that gem, so he see the axe. He's throwing the Light Strike Ray as well as the Dragon Slave. Get that Fiery Soul built up. Possibly look to make something happen on Complexity. Going forward, big call, and now the Metamorphosis is used by Moo. Here comes Tavo, and Blade is going to hit for 2-0. HFN is getting very low to the Metamorphosis as well as the Hard Strike from Hero. No more Aegis. Now they turn it around. They take out the Warlock. No Chaotic Offering. He doesn't even have buyback. There's the Manta Style by Firo. They're going to go in on Tavo, who's going to be able to doom up the right TA. So maybe they try to turn this around on Firo. They're going to pounce on forward with the Dark Pack. They do end up getting themselves the Shallow Grave off, but it's already used, so there's really no reason to kill that Dazzle. Now they go in. Fido's going to get that call. 40R might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Guardian's Aid is going to be used to keep Complexity alive. They try to turn it around on HFN, who's going to be sundered up. Who's going to continue to move on forward. He's going to have that Sword Crest out on him as well as the Dark Pack coming through. And now heals up is this Dina. Here's the call. They're going to take out Tabo. They're going to look for more. They're going to get themselves another in 40R. Now they look towards this Tree Protector, and they will get themselves 4 kills for none. And it will be GG, and Complexity with the huge upset of SG Esports 2-0 over SG Esports, and they move on in this upper bracket, and getting pushed to the lower bracket is going to be SG Esports.